Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with You Be the Producer, Artist X's 3 greatest unmade recordings that you would produce with them if you had the opportunity to do it. You could take anyone you want. You could pick the artist I choose and give alternate choices. Instead of the 3 I pick, you can pick anyone living or dead, conductors, soloists, vocalists, whatever. It's all entirely up to you. Your 3 dream recordings that you know you could do better than those jerks in the classical music business. I know you could do it. So we've already talked about Wilhelm Furtwängler in our previous video. In this video, I'm talking about Arthur Rubinstein. Now, this is a tough one. It's a tough one because he recorded so much stuff. I mean, over such a long period of time. You know, the edition is, what is it, hundreds of discs. There's all kinds of stuff that he did. But there are still some things I wish he had done that I don't have and that I want to sit down with him and record under ideal conditions. And you can also select things that they did record, but it didn't go very well. Things that needed to be remade, things that were unfortunate, that you know they could do fabulously under the best circumstances. And of course, as a producer yourself, you will never settle for less than the best possible circumstances. You will spare no expense. You have endless resources to devote to this. So my 3 Rubinstein recordings are, number 1, Scarlatti Sonatas. I don't know why he didn't do Scarlatti Sonatas. He should have done Scarlatti Sonatas. You know, Horowitz did Scarlatti Sonatas, and his performances are fabulous. They're mercurial and devilish and virtuosic. They're just amazing. And, Rubinstein and Horowitz were sort of antipodes, right? I mean, they were very, very different artists, but they were often, sort of stuck up against one another because they were so different, but also as like the 2 greatest pianists alive. And Scarlatti was Horowitz territory. I think Rubinstein would have done some fabulous Scarlatti. Maybe some of you know if he ever did any of it live. It just seems to be a composer he had no interest in. But of course, Rubinstein didn't take an interest in early piano music like Horowitz did. Horowitz also did Clementi. I mean, he did some of these other things. Rubinstein really started with Mozart, maybe a little Haydn, maybe, but, mature classical period music, and went forward. He didn't really look back, and he didn't have that kind of curiosity. And he should have, damn it. I mean, he really should have, because I know he would have done some really phenomenal Scarlatti with a well-chosen program. It could have been just a thrill, but we don't have it. So I would sit him down, get out my whip, and make him do it. He just had to do that. Okay. Number 2, Saint-Saëns, the Egyptian Concerto, his piano concerto number 5. Well, he did such a great job with the second. I mean, really, is there a greater version of the second? I don't think so. I really, really don't. I mean, it has this unbelievable combination of elegance and joie de vivre, French sensibility. There's no preciousness in his performance of the second concerto. It's just full of good rhythm and bounce, and there's no shame in any of it. He doesn't think it's shallow. I mean, it's just a class act. And I adore the Egyptian Concerto. I think the Egyptian Concerto is just one of the coolest romantic piano concertos. It's so much fun. It's so beautiful. It's so interesting. It's so full of that kind of polish and elegance that Rubinstein brought to so much of what he did. And I would just kill to have him do a fabulously produced Saint-Saëns Egyptian Concerto. And I'm ready to do it with him whenever he tells me he's ready to play it. I may be waiting for a while. So after the Saint-Saëns Egyptian Concerto, another work, another rarity actually, and it's also French. Rubinstein's funny. I mean, his favorite composer was Brahms. He was from that era. He loved the German school. He was very, very good at the German school. I think he probably didn't get as much credit as he deserved for his recordings of Brahms at the German school because he was so well known as a Chopin guy. And Chopin, of course, was, Eastern European / French. But this is also French, because there's a lot of really great French repertoire that needs some special attention. And I wanted to hear Rubinstein do Debussy's Piano Fantaisie because I just love the work. It's beautiful. Some people say, well, it's not mature Debussy. It sounds like Massenet. It's like blah, 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 blah. Well, yes, that's all true. But it's gorgeous. And it really, Debussy didn't write so much orchestral music that we can afford to despise something that, that's a major big piece just because it's early or because he didn't call it a concerto, which was a mistake. He should have just called it a concerto. But that wasn't his thing, and he didn't. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And yes, it has influences of Massenet and all that, but why is that a bad thing? I mean, Massenet was a fabulous composer. I mean, that late 19th century French school of operatic composition was marvelous. And the Fantaisie is full of beautiful textures and good tunes, and it's fun to listen to. And Rubinstein's patronage would, I think, have given it a new lease on life. I really think so. So those are my three for Rubinstein. Now, if you have others for Rubinstein, like I said, feel free to list them. No more than three, just three. Or if you want to do somebody else, anybody else, alive, dead, somewhere in between, feel free. This is an open forum, this series, because I'm really, really curious to get your thinking on what the discography is lacking for those who are no longer with us, and what might still be possible for those who are still with us. There are a lot of opportunities here for some creative thinking and repertoire planning. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.